going to be my face makeup foundation routine, however you like to call it, whatever you like to call it. So I'm going to show you how I do my makeup, like my face routine, and how I keep the makeup away from my piercing, or how I do it around my piercing, and also what sort of makeup I use and how I clean it, and etc, etc. You'll see it in the video. So if you want to know how to do how I do my face routine and what makeup I use and etc, etc, stay tuned and keep watching. So I'll just see you in the video, and hope you enjoy it, guys. Bye. Okay, so this is me without any makeup on. As you can see, it is pretty harsh. I have a really red nose, like I always tell everyone, and I have a really red lip, like under pretty much here and across here is always red, and I think that's just part and parcel with my EB. I don't know, but I don't like it. So I don't have any makeup on. I always cleanse my face every morning and every night, and I also use the Johnson facial wipes as well every morning and before I put my makeup on. And then all I've done is prep my skin pretty much to moisturize it, and all I've used is the BellaBoo Moisture Dew, and that's what she looks like. She's so pretty. So yeah, this is a Gorgeous Skin Moisture Dew. Can't talk today. And so yeah, so that's that. I am going to do my foundation right now. Okay, so if you want to see how I do my my foundation routine, stay tuned, and you can see too. I hope the color's okay, because I don't know, I'm not really sure about the settings on my camera. I've got the face detection thingy on the screen right now, so hopefully it will look pretty good. So if you want to see how I do my face routine, stay tuned and you can see what I do. Okay, so until like a few months ago, I couldn't find a primer that, not a few months ago, a month ago, I could not find one primer that worked for my skin. They all dried me out, and they all were like really harsh on my skin. And my good friend Amy7 here on YouTube sent me this this sample of the Inglot primer, and I have fallen in love with it, so thank you to Amy. So first things first is to prime your face, and all I do, I know Amy does it differently, but I do it this way, is just use your fingers and just like rub it all over your face, and it will like, and you just get like all over your nose, and like, and seriously, the primer just helps it last heaps longer than you could ever imagine. I seriously went nearly all day. I went out one night and I went all day and all night with the same makeup on, and it still looked really good when I came home. So that's a good thing about primers. I never agreed with them until I found this one, and I absolutely adore it. So thank you to Amy. And it just leaves your skin feeling really soft, like really smooth, like a canvas. And I just rub that all over. So once I do that, I'll be right back and I will show you the rest of my face. Okay, so once you have your primer on and you have this nice soft canvas to paint, as I like to call it, seriously, my skin just feels like super soft and really, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like there's a seal between the outside of my skin so nothing can get into the inside of my skin. Does that make sense? No. But anyway, so once you have dried, that has dried and not soaked in as such, but you know, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean. Also, I like to work it down my neck just a little bit, like under my chin and like, yeah, and under my eyes. I like to put it because, you know, and under my nose and all that fun stuff. But one of my friends, one of my subscribers requested me to do a how I do my makeup foundation with my nose piercing, because you are not allowed to get makeup near the hole piercing at all. So I'm going to show you how I do it, but how it depends how you do it, it's up to you. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing, the makeup that I'm using today is a makeup that I've fallen in love with. It's a mineral makeup, and it's called LillyLolo, and it's a UK based company, and it looks like that. And I'm in the shade Blonde. You can't read it from there, probably you can, but I don't know, I'm not coming closer. So yeah, I'm in the shade Blonde, and it's a really good foundation mineral powder. Although when I'm going out, I use the MAC foundation, mineralized foundation, like liquid foundation in NC15. So I'm really fair. So, and I use my Beauty Pod sponge to do that. So I use my liquid foundation for when I go out, and I use this mineral one every day, like everyday routine. So this is my everyday routine, not my going out makeup. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take the LillyLolo powder, and all you want to do is just like, all that I do is just tap it in the lid, pretty much, and it comes out pretty good. And then I'm going to take a Sigma SS150, and it's a big fluffy brush, and I use this for my whole face, everything. So that's what I use on there. Okay, so I just like put it, like dab it into my brush, like dab it in there. And you're probably wondering what this little contraption is, but it's like a little thing that my occupational therapist made up for me to feed myself, and I also use it to put my makeup on. So I eat with this thing and I put my makeup on with this thing. So it's just so I can do it one-handed, so I have this one free, and then, you know, do you know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, as I said, I just dip it into the, because there's lots of makeup, and I dip it in, and then I just tap it off into there. But then I also swirl it around. Okay, so you want that much on your, wait, I'll get it evenly coated, Stevie. And then I'm just going to blow some off. And then tap some off, because you don't want any excess. And then I'm just going to go all over my face. I try to avoid this, my nose piercing area. I'll zoom you in a tad. There we go. Okay, so I avoid my nose area, but I'll show you when I get to that. So let's start. Okay, so I'm going to start with my forehead. And I think you guys will be quite shocked with how much coverage this foundation gives you. I was quite shocked. And we're just going to go all over the face. And I'm going to get some more. Tap it in there. And I just go around the outside first before I make my way in. And you might be able to hear something rattling. It's my bangles. Sorry. And then I'm just going to go. You can see already how the redness is just toned down a little. I also have a pigment. It's like a foundation, and it's in green, and it's like a powder, translucent powder, but it's in green. You usually put that on before, but I don't worry. Usually I don't want a full coverage every single day, so I don't care. But this makeup is buildable. Very, very, very buildable. And I do like to take my time putting my makeup on, because I don't know. Do you take your time painting a canvas? Because I do. And I leave my nose till pretty much last, because I can go down this side. Hang on. See how red my nose is? You wait and see. It's really, really good coverage, guys. Don't you hate that when your hair falls up? So, once you get it to looking like that, it's pretty much pretty good. You can see it still, but I can build it up. So I'm going to build it up a little bit and I'll be straight back. Okay, so once you have it looking like this, I'm going to go in with a little bit on my SS224, and it's a Sigma SS224, and it's like a fluffy dome eyebrow brush. Do you know what I mean? Like a fluffy dome brush. Well, I'm going to use this to go around my nose piercing, etc. Itchy eye, hang on. I don't want to scratch my eye because like, look at this eyebrow. Isn't it terrible? She buggered my eyebrow. But anyway, so I'm just going to go around my nose piercing with this brush. So I find a really small brush like this is really good. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit and then blow that off. And then we're just going to pat around it. So we aren't really going to cover. You're going to actually leave a gap, really. I know it looks stupid, but for the meantime, while it's healing, I think it's the best thing to do. So that's what I do pretty much. And then I just go around it and around it and like that. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to get this pigment. It's from LillyLolo. It's like a concealer. And it's a powdered concealer. It's crazy. And I put it on here, and then it is blended in. It's so cool. I love how this thing works. And it seriously covers up all my imperfections. See, look at my nose. It looks heaps better. It's just not as bright and not as red. Do you know what I mean? You probably don't. But and I just put this under my eyes as well. Now just blend it. I don't like, yeah, you know what I mean. And I'll get a little bit. And I'll get a little bit for under here. So you see. And then I also put a little bit on my chin. And I got a little bit of pigmentation right on my cheek there. Look at it. And then now it doesn't get cakey much at all. No, it doesn't get cakey. I just saw that and I was like, you jinxed me. I haven't blended it enough. Okay, so once I do that, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty flat. Looks pretty even. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the setting powder. And it's the LillyLolo translucent setting powder. And it's in Satin. Probably can't read it. But I will. I'm just going to zoom you out. Like that. See, it looks so much better. I love this stuff. Oh, it's going everywhere. It's like a white powder. And I'll just stick that in there like that. Please don't spill. It's like so satiny, silky craziness. It's like going everywhere. Okay, so I'll just stick this brush back in. I'm going back in with my Sigma big fluffy brush. Once I get it there. Okay, so there we go. We go back in with that. And that's what it looks like. And then we just buff it all over. And also take it down my neck a little, under my chin, where I put the foundation. Okay, so after I do that, I'm going to go in with my MAC bronzer in Golden. And it looks like that. You probably can't see it. So yeah, I use that. And I pretty much just contour my face because I just like having that. I just like having that bronze effect sort of thing. Not too harsh, but not too, I don't know. And just sweep it back and forwards to the hairline so it's all blended. And then I like to bring it down my neck. This is one bronzer I absolutely adore. Let's put a little bit more. And then I just sweep it back and forwards. The three motion goes there, then you go there. There, then you go. Until it looks like that. Okay, so there you go. Like done your face pretty much, what I do is I take a Q-tip with some not anesthetic, some cleaning piercing spray sort of stuff. It's like a alcohol wipe, and all I do is just go around my piercing. I just cleaned it earlier so it's a bit dark. But yeah, you have a bit of redness around it because it's not covered. Seriously guys, you cannot cover your nose piercing because it's too dangerous and it might get infected, and you don't want an infected nose ring. And that's one thing girls do when they get an infected nose ring, is because they put friggin' makeup on it and they wonder why it gets infected. So you're not going to have a perfect nose because no one has a perfect nose, seriously. What's the first thing a person looks at? Do they look at your nose? No. So don't worry too much about that whole thing. So yeah, so that's that. All I'm going to do is just I put some eyeliner on and that's all. And mascara. Oops, went out of the line there. There we go. Okay, so there's that. I should fill my eyebrows in, but I really can't be bothered right now. So who really cares? Well, I do, but oh well. That's just the Estee Lauter lip gloss, nothing flash. So yeah, so there's my face of my makeup routine, and I hope you liked it. I hope it was pretty simple. I think this is a pretty long video, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's, you've got the idea of what I do with my nose ring, so you should be happy. Okay guys, till next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.